our eyes, right? Like how we experience that thing. How do we break that so that we're not looking just from our eyes, which, honestly, speaking for myself, you tend to give yourself a break, right? Like to look at things in your own favor. How can you look at something so that you're putting it real? What really happened, not your tint on it.
How does one become just? How do you become fair? How are you looking at the rights of everyone other than just your own rights, and how to protect your rights? This is when the sincerity of faith kicks in. This is when you become a sincere believer. The sincere believer does not look to himself first. The sincere believer looks to himself last. He puts to the rights of others first. The believer looks at the rights of Allah first. If you take accounting, meaning accounting of what? Of your deeds, of your actions, of your intentions, what you did today. What did I speak? How did I speak? Why was I angry? Why was I being arrogant? I managed to help this person. That is good, but what was my intention of doing it? Why did I talk too much? Why did I talk too little? Why was I being stubborn? This is taking account. Taking accounting is you sitting down, which is a practice in the Naksibendi order, to do that at least. Shaykh Efendi used to say 1 hour a day, but these days the awliya Allah is saying 5 minutes a day, it is enough. You don't even do 5 minutes a day, I know. It's not a very easy thing to do too in these days, because people become very busy with everything. Heart is circling around everything. You don't give the heart a break. You don't give the eyes a break. You don't give the ears, the nose, everything you don't give a break, especially living in certain situations, certain countries. 24 hours. Correct? If there is a situation where you give yourself a break, into what? Mostly into nature. Either it's a desert, you give yourself a break. In a desert, man is very, very unimportant. Correct? Or in the jungle, man is very unimportant. Or in the mountains, man is very unimportant. So when man runs into the creation of Allah, he will understand himself a little bit more. It'll be easier for him to take accounting. But when a man is surrounding in a kingdom that he makes of his own, then very difficult to run. Because everywhere that you are making this kingdom everywhere around you, it is pointing to yourself. It is pointing to you. I did this, I did this, I did this, I bought this. Look in your houses. Our little kingdoms. It's all a reflection of you. The kingdom of Allah, it is not a reflection of man. It is a reflection of that king, the King of Kings, of our Creator. So where do you want? What do you want to contemplate on? On yourself? But your kingdom is just your ego. The kingdom of Allah, it is not Allah's ego, astaghfirullah. It is Allah's greatness. Because He is great. We are not. We think we are great just because we have nice insulation, nice AC, nice heat, nice food, nice this, and we say this is our kingdom. Take away everything, how are we going to survive? We have more respect for people who are able to survive in extreme situations. And now, that time, we have more respect for them. And people living in those kinds of extreme situations or natural surroundings, very difficult to find them extremely arrogant. Because they say, we cannot control this, so many things, and we are more humble. We are more humble. The farmer is more humble. They say, I cannot. Down to earth. But when you move to the city, you build everything, you become very arrogant. You think you live for 1,000 years. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran al-Karim, have you forgotten how many thousands of cities we have destroyed? Correct? But the kingdom of Allah, this nature, continues. It continues. The owner will take care of it. Even if man puts all the weapons together to blow up this world, it will be very bad, but after some time, everything is going to go back again. After some time, everything is going to grow. After some time, the nature is going to overtake, and it will seem as if man never existed in this world again. So, you take accounting, which is judgment. You're judging yourself. This is what they're going to do on Judgment Day. Judgment Day. Sit and do accounting as if it is Judgment Day. Not you yourself saying, I did this. But imagine if that charge is brought by an angel. You are accused of this. You're going to fight on Judgment Day? No. At the very least, you're going to say what? I admit. Astaghfirullah. At least start with that kind of accounting. I did this. This is wrong. I know I did this and this is wrong. I'm not. Astaghfirullah. Start with that before you can even go down inside and try to, okay, I did this. I say astaghfirullah, but really, why did I do this? Oh, I did this because this one pushed me. But why did I behave like this? I behave like this because for so long when people push me, I behave like this. But is that a real reason why I have to push like that? Because people are pushing me like this. Where did it begin? How can I break out of it? Now that's when you start tearing your ego's veils apart. You understand? Judgment. On Judgment Day, you cannot excuse yourself. Think of it that way. Think of it that way. Well, this is also something that I was going to say cultural. In the East, it's a little bit easier. In the West, but now everywhere it's very bad. It's very terrible. Because teaching different things when you're growing up. What do you teach them first? What is it? Now, in the Islamic way, first we have to teach them the love of Allah and the fear of Allah. Allah first. And the Prophet ﷺ. It is not loving themselves first. At that time you align yourself differently. But if you're going to teach the kid and say, no, he's too young for all of that. Wait until he's 16 years old. Wait until he's 25. Wait until he's 40 years old. Oh, it's too late already. It's too late. Like what they say, you know how bamboo, when they're growing, they're very straight and tall. And some bamboos, they're so thick and so hard, right? When it's tall and thick like that, try to bend it. You cannot. You cannot bend it. When are you going to bend it? When it's just coming out, when it's soft. You understand? Sometimes you see parents, they're not teaching their children. They teach everything, but they don't teach discipline. They don't teach manners. It is also a knowledge. Discipline is a knowledge. Manners is a knowledge. Kindness is a knowledge. But they teach everything else, but they don't teach these things. And these are heavenly teachings. No heavenly teachings came down. No prophet came to this world with the heavenly teachings of how to cheat and to lie and to get ahead in this world. None. How to be slick, how to take advantage of other people, how to be aggressive, how to bully in order to become the top. None. Every prophet came to teach people manners, to teach people knowledge, to teach people how to expand the heart, so that the heart, now, you have a heart, you have a heart, you have a heart, you have a heart. We all have more or less the same. So what hurts you is going to hurt me. What hurts me is going to hurt you. So if I hurt this person, it is as if I'm hurting myself. So that time, you start seeing things. You stop it seeing things from the eyes of your ego, which is declaring itself. One, only existing. And you start to see with the eyes of your heart. What I mean by the eyes of a heart? You put yourselves in other people's shoes. Even if that one is doing something bad to you, you're like, put yourself in his shoes. Try to understand. I wonder why he's doing like that. Not just to say, oh, it's a bad person. Wonder why. Oh, he's doing bad because he had a bad day. Because something happened. Because he was abused. Because he was this, because he was that. It's not to make it's not an excuse. Which we should be doing, because Prophet ﷺ is saying, make excuses for your brother. Why make excuses? Don't judge him, correct? Make excuses for your brother. Give him at least 70 excuses. So you put yourself in a situation and you say, well, if I were him, I would probably do the same. Because why? Because of this, because of this, because of this. Because we do that. When we do something, we have so many because of this, because of that. So once you put yourself into the person's shoes, you start seeing it through his eyes. Now your heart gets a little bit bigger. You think the heart cannot contain? Why do you think Holy Prophet ﷺ is able to contain all the hearts of his ummah? And the hearts of all the prophets? Because the heart is the throne of Allah. And he is the owner of the throne. No? He is the one who's sitting there. Allah is the creator. So, give the rights to your Lord. Give your rights. Look at it through his eyes. For that, you have to be in a situation where it's easy. You understand? You cannot be in a situation where you're surrounded by ego and desire and excuses for yourself. And you try to think like that. You cannot. You have to pull yourself out. Once you know how to do it properly, yeah, then that time, anywhere you go, you may have that with you. The first step is to say, I'm at fault. That is only the first step. Because with that comes other tricks and traps of the ego. The ego will try to, when you say it's my fault. Then you have to go deeper. When you go deeper, the ego will try to attack from that level. You have to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And the deeper that you go, the more help is going to reach to you. The more help. And so many times, deeper that you go when your ego is just making you crazy, it comes to the point where it's not about thinking so hard, it's not about being so smart, it's not about coming up with good reasons or excuses. It's all about, I'm wrong, you are right, help me, isn't it? That, can you do that? Can you admit that you are wrong? Can you? Can you say, this is it, I don't know anything else, okay, I give up. I'm asking for your help. Because the ego is very tricky. So, sometimes a person, all they need is a hug. Just getting like that. To break the backbone. Am I speaking something nonsense? Why is that? Because so many times, what? When people fight, Shaykh Effendi tell them to stand up and give each other a hug. And he says, today we broke the backbone of shaitan. Correct? Good. So I don't speak nonsense all the time. Sometimes it's all that it is necessary. Some people, they get so upset with us, like this, like this. Come on, give me a hug. But they don't want to come in front of us. Because with that, shaitan's backbone will be broken. Because they're being a child. If just that, it'll be okay, because something is going to melt. But they don't want us to do that. They don't dare to come in front of us. Ya Allah, may Allah forgive me and bless you, inshallah. May Allah raise the station of our Shaykh. May goodness reach to us through his barakat, inshallah. May we be useful in his way. May his protection be on us and guiding us, inshallah Rahman, to please Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, and to bring haqq back into this world, into our lives, to make us to live for it and to die for it. Al-Fatiha. Amen.